We think we know what kills a relationship. Poor communication, clinginess, insecurity, cheating, incompatibility, and the inability to commit. But research shows that there are three even bigger relationship killers that hardly anyone is talking about. People don't talk about them because they're a lot harder to solve than normal relationship problems. If communication is a problem, then you can work on communicating better. If you feel suffocated, then you can work on balancing your me time and we time. But these problems go well beyond you and the person you're with. They stem from the environment you live in as a couple. And in just a moment, I'll share with you what they are and how you can mitigate your risks. Hi, I'm Amy Waterman, a dating and relationship expert with yourbrilliance.com. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, then make sure to click that button so that you don't miss a single video. Relationships don't exist in a bubble. They're influenced by 1,001 invisible factors that we're not even aware of. For example, did you know that if you have a close friend who gets divorced, your own chances of divorce goes up by 75%? And your risk of divorce goes up even if it's a sibling or a coworker who gets divorced. Now, obviously, you can't help it if your best friend gets divorced. That's what makes these relationship killers so uncomfortable to look at. We don't have control over them in the same way that we have control over other things. But knowledge is power. When you're aware that your relationship can be affected by a divorce or a separation in your circle of friends, you can make sure to talk about it with your partner. You can make an extra effort to be loving and caring and spend more time together. Even though you can't snap your fingers and make all of your risk factors disappear, you can take steps to mitigate their impact. And that is what matters here. I'm not sharing these risk factors to scare you, but to let you know when you might need to take preventative measures. So what other invisible risk factors could be affecting your relationship? Well, here are three that you need to know about. Relationship killer number one is financial struggle. Now, you probably already know that the thing couples fight about more than anything else is money. Money is a huge source of tension in relationships. And when you don't have enough of it, that financial struggle makes the fights even worse. You can't survive on love alone, no matter what all the songs say. You've got to have somewhere to live and something to eat. And if your guy isn't working or he keeps losing his job, you start to think twice about your future. Being low income increases your risk of divorce, not just because of the stress that financial insecurity puts on your family, but also because now more than ever, we have an expectation that relationships should be 50-50. So if one person isn't pulling their weight financially and there's already not enough money to live on, it's hard not to wonder if your life might be better with someone else. Now, is that uncomfortable to think about? Absolutely. That's why you don't hear about it very much. But you need to be aware of it, especially during these tough economic times. Relationship killer number two is stress. Have you ever been in a relationship where your guy was going through a rough patch at work? He was stressed and he was grouchy all the time. And it probably felt really unfair that he kept bringing those bad moods home. Although it would be great if we all knew how to manage our stress and keep it from coming home with us, that's a big ask. Stress does affect us, and it affects us a lot. When you're under a huge amount of stress, you start to become withdrawn and irritable. You notice every single irritating thing your partner does, and you snap at him before you can even catch yourself. You just don't have that patience anymore. You also become less affectionate. You don't want to go out and do fun things like you used to. That's why it's so important to talk to each other when you're going through stress and make sure each other knows that you're not the cause, right? Apologize for pushing each other away. The people who love us will forgive us as long as they know we're trying and things will get better. Relationship killer number 3 is uncertainty about the future. So, one of those things that holds relationships together is a belief in the future. You believe that you will be happier together than apart. You have the same vision about what you want from life, and you feel confident that you can get there together. But when the world is so uncertain and you have no idea what the future will hold, it's hard to stay positive. When those rough times hit, as they do, you start to wonder if this tough stretch is going to pass or whether it's the new normal in your relationship. Couples split when they don't think things are going to get any better. They've lost hope in their shared future. And that is why it is so important to keep working at your relationship if you're stuck. Talk about the future, talk about what you both want. Now, maybe you don't know how you are ever going to get there, but that shared vision can give you hope when the world is dark. Now, have you heard of these risk factors before? If not, which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know more about what keeps relationships together and the importance of making time for pleasure, especially when times are hard, then check out my book, The Pleasure Principle. I'm giving away a free chapter just for Your Brilliance viewers, and you can get it in the description box below. See you next time.